segment, and he's saying, you gotta do one on Super Patch. I'm like, well, send me Super Patch. Here is the story. For those of you who don't know, my name is John Brinkus, best known as the guy that hosted and created a show called ESPN Sports Science. We did 1,800 episodes, won 6 Emmys, wrote a New York Times best-selling book, working with the world's greatest athletes. They came into the lab, we put them to the ultimate test. When I tell you, it is how do you unlock greatness, I was put in a position where, trust me, it's not anything other than divinity, where I was able to work with the world's greatest athletes and continue to this day to work with the greatest athletes. Now, because of that position that I've been put in, you can imagine, we're on ESPN. I'm on the Super Bowl, Monday Night Football, the Masters, NBA Finals, everything. We even penetrated pop culture. Daniel Tosh does a piece on John Brinkus in Sports Science. Saturday Night Live is spoofing, you made it. Flattery is, flattery. Imitation is the best form of flattery. So if you're getting mocked, you're breaking through. So I get one of everything that's in the medical field, that's in the sports field, it crosses my desk. And I get to vet it. And I started the company not as the voice in the face of sports science, but as the guy that was making science programming. Now, everyone who sends me something, they're like, this works, it's gonna change the world, it's gonna be awesome, it's amazing. And fortunately, I got to sit back in a spot and say, I don't need that money, I don't need to make an endorsement. What I need is for everybody to believe something if I say it, because I genuinely believe it. Now, because of that, Ford did a survey of every F-150 owner, and they said, who's the ultimate voice of performance? Above Mike Rowe, have no idea how this happened, but above Mike Rowe was John Brinkus. And they came and they said, we want you to launch the aluminum versus steel truck. And I said, sounds awesome. Ford, I bet you're loaded. But I don't know anything about the aluminum versus steel truck, so I want you to send me out 6 trucks. 3 of them aluminum, 3 of them steel, and I'm gonna destroy them. And I'm not kidding, I'm the only person in the world who got a delivery of 6 trucks that had then broke out in air cannon and destroyed them. I'm the only one who's ever done it. And I called Ford, I said, here's what you can say about this. Aluminum is a weave, and steel is a mold, and it's because aluminum is a weave, it's getting punctured easier with the tip of a spear, but it's not going to damage as easily as steel, because once steel is broken, it's hard to put it back, but aluminum can bounce back. Here's what we can say, they said, deal. Now, because of that, we did 6 straight years of Ford sponsorships. It was Ford, TaylorMade, Under Armour, Nike, Logitech, Intel, Nerf, Coors, Gillette, massive brands. And I became a genuine expert in testing products and saying, do they work or not? Along comes Jay. Jay's making the claim, Super Patch works. And I'm like, I'm sure it does. Send me some patches. So Jay sends patches. Mark McDonald makes the introduction. And I'm telling you, I'm 52 years old. I feel prior to Super Patch entering my life, I was 52 going on 92. I was just like, oh my God. Jay's like, you know what you need? You need Liberty Patch. You need the Freedom Patch. You need the Sleep Patch, the REM Patch. That's what you need. So I said, all right, I'm gonna try this out. And I am, if nothing else, skeptical. Like, all right, I don't know if everybody has seen this, but I take my foot is killing me. It's got all kinds of things wrong with it. I'm putting my patches on my foot. Lo and behold, I'm like, Jay, what the fuck is happening? I'm like, look at me looking. I am no longer 92. am much younger than this. So Jay, I'm like, what is going on here? And he said, listen to me. I'm gonna just tell you something. It's all about, he said, it's the greatest technology on the planet. And I said, it's not technology, it's biology. Because something happened. I put this on. It wasn't like there were like electrodes going off and sparks flying. All of a sudden, I felt better. Now, why is it that it felt better? And I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment right now to illustrate how Super Patch works. And let's see. This is unrehearsed, okay? This is unrehearsed. Ready? And I'm going to show you how Super Patch actually works. Ready? Just happened. You all followed a pattern. You all pattern recognition. You didn't know that it was going to happen. You didn't rehearse it. I didn't tell you what to do. All I did was give you signals. And everybody did it. Everyone in this room. Guess what the difference is between good and great? Pattern recognition. Period. End of statement. When people say, well, experience matters, well, what if you're an idiot and you experience things live? That's not the difference. The difference is pattern recognition. Now, how in the world did I just get 500 people to do the wave without telling you I'm doing the wave? You recognize the pattern. So when the quarterback drops back and they look at the field, they say, oh, I know that I've got cover 2 there. I know that I got one-on-one there. I've got a linebacker blitzing. I got my running back coming out of the backfield, and I'm going to dump it off, and I'm Tom Brady, and I'm going to go. I only need to throw the ball 3 yards in the air, and it's got a touchdown. That's Tom Brady. You're Michael Jordan, and you're saying, all right, so the first 3, 5, 6, true stat, he didn't win a playoff series until his 7th year. Unbelievable. In his 7th year, he's like, I keep driving the lane and something keeps happening, so I need to have a fadeaway. Like Michael Jordan's like, man, I'm driving the lane, now I got a fadeaway. Then he wins 6 championships, just rolling them off, just like that. Why? Not because he was experienced, but because he recognized the pattern. Guess what the best pattern recognition organ is in the entire world? Your brain. Your brain is the best recognizer of any pattern on the planet. So here's Jay, and Jay's like, oh, I'm putting a pattern on your skin. And I'm like, now I'm not smart enough to know what that pattern is. I've never even seen the pattern, but guess what part of my body knows the pattern? Your brain. As you people march, as we all are in this together, as we march and say, every human being needs to be wearing a super patch for one reason or another, because we are solving massive problems. We are solving problems without drugs. When a drug goes in your system, does your body recognize it as a pattern? Or does your body recognize it as a foreign substance that it's never had to deal with? That's the problem with drugs. As a person who doesn't drink, as a person who doesn't smoke, as a person who doesn't do anything, I don't inject anything in my body. I don't take pills for anything. I super patch it. Now the brilliance of super patch is you get somebody, yes, referring to myself as in the third person, John Brinkus, a skeptic, somebody who's seen it all, somebody who's like, I'm not gonna inject something or swallow something or whatever. They're like, put it on your skin. You put it on your skin, I'm walking like I'm 32. Look at me. Walking like I'm 32, and I feel amazing. Now we're gonna talk, after I show you this video, a little bit about all of the patterns that we need to be preaching, using that in the positive, preaching to the world. Because this is not a product that we're selling just because, oh my God, I can make some money off of this. This is like out of true goodness. Positive energy begets positive energy. Helping people out is the only reason why we're here. Spreading love is the only reason. That's the only thing that we're supposed to do. Sure, if we make money along the way, that's fine. But I'd rather, first and foremost, help somebody and then say, well, I happen to make money because I have to support my family and others. And that is what Super Patches do. I'm telling you, this is real. I felt it. I feel, when I say I'm a convert, my brain, as it turns out, which is not the smartest brain on the planet, recognized the patterns and put my body into action and corrected all the things that were just bothering me. And it's unbelievable. So when I tell you what you are about to watch is the culmination of decades of trial, apply, rinse, repeat, poke holes in it. What can I do to make sure I am representing the absolute truth? You all have incredible sales tools. You all are incredibly persuasive. But what you really need to be armed with is the science, the pure science. And as you've been out saying, God, how do I explain that this actually works? We are now arming you with the ultimate tool, the absolute science behind Super Patch.